What's going on, everybody? It's Sasha, your market expert here in Charlotte. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another monthly market report for the month of February. Even though it's March right now, we always do these updates in arrears, so we have an entire month of information compiled together so we have the most accurate data. And speaking of data, it's taken an extra 4 or 5 days for this data to come out. And right away, my conspiracy brain started to kick in and I'm thinking, something's happening. They're trying to manipulate the numbers. But I'm very glad they're out right now and how everything compares. These numbers are madness. And I'm also going to take you through my weekend that I had just now, my Friday, my Saturday, my Sunday, and tell you what happened. But for those of you that don't watch the entire video and don't get the full context of the video, I'm just going to jump into a stat that is absolutely insane. Median sales price in the month of February, $353,000. At the peak of the market, which was June of 22, our median sales price was just under $400,000. That is a $47,000 decrease in median sales price from our all-time highs. I've been saying for the last couple of months, I'm expecting 10 to 20% decreases. And guys, we're creeping up around there. Some people were writing me, emailing me, texting me, and telling me, Sasha, do you really think that the median price point might get back down to the 325 price range? And I said, yeah, I really do potentially see that happening. And right now we're in February and we're seeing the median price point at 353. We are getting there. The reason I say 325 is because 325 is a reasonable price for a move-in ready home. You might paint, you might need to replace the carpet, but at 325, someone should be able to find a good home in a nice neighborhood that they like. That is essentially an almost move-in condition. And then when you're jumping up from 325 up to 375, 400, then it should be like, okay, the bathrooms are renovated. It has a nicer kitchen. You don't need to do floors. Maybe all you might need to do is paint if it's some awkward orange or green or red color. And that's kind of where my logic goes. The prices have completely gotten out of hand these last 2 years. Now we're starting to kind of get back into the real world, into normalcy. But unfortunately, some of the other stats, inventory and things like that, they're looking a little bit rough. The Fed, the government, they printed too much money. They kept rates low. They kept them low for too long. They screwed a lot of stuff up, and we need a lot of help to get this market back to being a normal market. But this is a huge step. And again, I'll do another spoiler alert. Average sales price is down 53,000 from its all-time highs. I'm not talking about average list price. I'm talking about average sales price. You can list a home for whatever you want to list it at. What matters is what somebody's actually willing to pay for it and what it sells at. It's crazy. It's very crazy. And again, my conspiracy brain started kicking in. But guys, we're down to 353 as a median price point. This is good news. It's looking like all the fluff, all the 30, 40, 50, $100,000 over asking price houses, they're losing their fluff. Prices are starting to come down slowly. Again, I don't see drastic drops happening. I personally see the market is still strong. It's going to steadily go downwards. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So with that being said, I need to put something in context because these numbers surprised me based off my weekend. Now, really quick, all of these houses that I'm going to mention, I'm going to post a picture on here so you can check for yourself. You can go on the website, see when it was listed, see when it sold, so you know I'm not BSing you. I'm going to have to cross out 2 houses because they're houses that I'm working on currently, and I just don't want the address out there for my clients. Now, with that being said, my Friday, give me a second, right here. My Friday, March 10th, I had 2 showings, 7311 West Scott Terrace, listed on the market that weekend, sold that weekend. 10515 Sardis Oaks Road, listed that Thursday, sold that weekend. That one I know had multiple offers. And Saturday, 311 6818 Milligan Court, listed that weekend, sold. That one I know had multiple offers. 8422 Leaper Drive, listed that weekend, sold. Now moving on to Sunday, we had 11917 Honor Guard Avenue, listed that weekend, sold that weekend. 13607 Time Castle Lane in Matthews, listed that weekend, sold that weekend. Luckily, my clients and I found a house on Monday, got it under contract same day, which it was listed for 2 days on the market, and we got under the asking price. Let me just stay there. But again, these are all houses in the South Charlotte area, and this area is keeping up, and there's still a lot of multiple offer situations happening. There's still a lot of stuff going on. So even though the median price point is down, the average sales price point is down, it's not all across the board. And I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking, well, Sasha, these are houses in between the range of, the low 4s to, the 7s. But I have another one of my clients set up on the home search in between the price ranges of $800,000 to $1.2 million, also in the South Charlotte area. And it's crazy. 2105 Delmere Drive in Matthews, listed at $950,000, went pending in 2 days. Come on, load. 12431 Lawyers Road in Mint Hill, listed at $997, went pending in 3 days. Some of these areas, guys, still have multiple offers. There's still such demand. It's crazy thinking about how much money is in Charlotte. It's honestly crazy. But listen, I've been rambling a little bit right here. I just want to let you know this right now. Like I said, the market is stable, but I see it starting to kind of slowly go down slowly. Nothing's going to happen overnight. It's going to be a process, but we're down $47,000 from the peak of our median price point. We're down $53,000 from the peak of our average sales price point. Look at the stats, look at the areas. If you have a question for me personally, call, text, or email me. All my information is right here below. Now, I don't think I'm missing out anything as of right now. I don't think I missed anything. I just want to say one thing before we hop into the numbers. Patience pays. Now let's get into the stats. So in regards to new listings, we had 3,417 new listings in the month of February, and that is an 18.3% decrease from this time last year. So this number, unfortunately, should be in the single digits, and relatively comparing it to the previous years, we should be seeing more listings on the market right now, but a lot of sellers are holding off due to some of the higher interest rates that we're seeing. Pending sales came in at 3,851, and that is an 8.3% decrease from this time last year. And essentially what this is telling us is, pending sales are down from what they were this time last year. Number one, because of the interest rates, there's slightly less buyers. But again, we went over some of the stats. So the market is still competitive in certain areas, but all in all, kind of comparing it, the pending sales are down year over year. Now let's talk about days on market, which is up again from the last month, sitting at 48. The month of January, it was 46. The month of February, we're at 48 days on market, which is 100% increase this time last year. And again, just for reference, more days on market, the better it is for buyers, the more negotiating power you have on price, repairs, terms. Less days on market, the better it is for sellers. But right now, guys, we're heading up and up. Ever since August of 22, every single month, the days on market has been going up and up and up. And like I said, I see the trajectory slowly kind of heading downward as far as the pricing goes. But again, there's just so many variables in the market right now that it's hard to exactly predict. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel and keeping up with this stuff. Now let's hop into the juicy numbers we were talking about as far as average sales price and the median sales price. Average sales price came in at $421,000, and that's still a 3.7% increase from this time last year. But guys, we're not remotely close to the double-digit increases we had in the prior years. 2021, we had an 11.4% increase. 22, we had a 19.4% increase. This year, we only have a 3.7% increase. And as I mentioned, The all-time highs for average sales price was 473,000, and that was June of 22. And right now we're sitting at 421,000. That is a $52,000 difference, if my math is correct. I'm horrible at math. That is a $52,000 decrease in average sales price from this time last year. Now let's hop into the median sales price, which came in at 353,500. That is a 1.9% decrease from this time last year. This is the first time in the last 2 years that we have seen a decrease in median price point year over year. 12.3% increase in median price point. 22, a 22.1% increase in median price point. And this year, a 1.9% decrease in the median price point. And again, from our all-time highs, June 22, 399,988, just under 400,000 was where the median price point is. And today it is at 353. Now, I do think it's going to fluctuate back up because we're heading into the spring market. And like I said, my 7 showings this past weekend were nuts with multiple offer situations left and right, and all of them selling in the first 1 to 3 days. But the fact that it's down so much from its all-time highs is good news for the buyers out there. Now let's get into the percentage of the original list price received, which came in at 95.3, and that is a 5.4% decrease from this time last year. And essentially what this stat is telling you is that you can expect to pay 4.7% below the listed price of a home when it's all said and done. And this one actually ticked up a little bit from January, and we had that slight rate drop, which I think a lot of people hopped in at that time, potentially did some rate locks, and we started to see a little bit more multiple offers if you watched the last month's video. So that is slightly where it ticked up, but all in all, this number was over 100%. You know, people, you guys know if you've been following the channel, people were offering 30, 40, 50,000 plus. Unfortunately, there's still some people out there offering 100 grand over, but it's usually for extremely unique properties, which depending on your situation could be worth it. But all in all, it's still looking really good. Now let's talk about months of inventory, which I hate and was projected to keep going up. But as you know from earlier, new listings are down. Months supply of inventory has actually gone down. We're at 1.2 months of inventory, but that's still a 100% increase from this time last year. So it's double the amount of inventory we had this time last year, which is great news. The not so great news, as I mentioned, the Fed kind of broke the housing market. They screwed a bunch of stuff up. So it's going to take a little bit of time for us to stack up that inventory. But honestly, I still personally see us having 3+ months of inventory come summertime. I just really see that happening. But months of inventory, it's been going up, up, up. And now ever since actually these past 2 months, it's starting to come down again. But like I said, I still truly believe, my gut for some reason is telling me that inventory is going to stack up here this summer, and we're going to have around 3 months of inventory or so. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think. Call, text, or email me if there's anything I can ever do for you. Hope you enjoy this market report. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.